Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, YouTubers. This is Jerry Diamond with How to Get Out of Babylon and Flat Earth Homeland and Woman of the Woods until Jersey gets here. Okay. I don't know. As my nun, my teacher in 5th grade said, Sister Julia Marie, you can't win for losing. So, another great saying of hers was, the best one of all. What ignorance is bliss, 'tis folly to be wise. So anyway, I'm trying to give some wisdom out here. All right, I've been talking about it. I may have lost a video, so I'm just gonna pick up from where my train of thought is and try to recap a little bit. The phone overheated, so I decided, okay, I'm going to take the tablet out of its case that I have never taken it out of. I've never done a video with this, and I'm going to use the tablet. Well, poof, 4 minutes into that, I was out of memory. So I shut them both down. I put the card from the phone into the tablet, and hopefully I should have 20-some gigabytes of data. But I can't find any of the videos that I just did in either device. So it's like maybe when I take, and I shut them off, I'm thinking maybe when I take it out, it just erases everything. I don't know. All right. So my point is this: move to where your bug out location is, if at all possible. If you have a bug out location, and you should, if you're any kind of a prepper, prepping with nowhere to go is not planning ahead. So I'm trying to tell people where to go. And as I said before, this instance of the flood, now the hurricane in Florida, and there's a mom and a daughter there, been buying seeds for 2 years. God told me to buy seeds. I've been buying thousands of them, quote unquote. We got nowhere to go. We don't know how to get there. We don't have the money. Well, they say necessity is the mother of invention, and I have an addendum to that. Desperation is the mother of success. Okay. So just, they needed to, and they did. They got a U-Haul. They packed all the gear in, and they're here in Missouri somewhere. So, awesome deal. They found a soft landing place, a family that took them in. She said, we have a new family. That's the way it will be. That's the way it should be. That's the way it is and will be here in this region. There will be an open door. If you're a good person, you'll find a place, and somebody will welcome you who's been waiting for you for 10 or 15 years, wondering why in the hell you didn't come sooner. So, yeah. I've said there's one guy, I said if you showed up at 3 o'clock in the morning with a truck and a trailer and a car and a van and a whole passel of people, he wouldn't shoot you or get mad. He'd just say, what took you so long, and make coffee and make you some hot tea and whatever, and a meal and breakfast or dinner or whatever you felt like, How come you took so long getting here? I've been waiting for 15 years now. Anyway, there will be a place that is safe and warm with healing, water, food, shelter to keep you warm. All right. So I'm just kind of rambling. I know. Too bad. So sad. Sorry about that and all that good stuff. You want somebody that can take quick, decisive action, and Jersey's been doing that, and like I said, accumulating stuff. And this is just the junk that we've accumulated, her and me, her, in the last few days, weeks, whatever. And so on the issue of taking action, making decisions, and being unselfish and helping other people, because this isn't for us. I mean, okay, I wanted the sleep bags because she says she gets cold. Well, okay, she ain't gonna get cold in that bag. Not with minus 40 fill. She can get in there by herself and she'll be fine. With 2 bags, you can get 2 people in, but whatever. All right, so Scott had said, I mentioned this on another video, but he had said he was gonna upgrade my memory. Well, he said the package has been delivered, and I was like, I don't see no package out there. But it was not I was looking for a little teeny envelope with a little teeny, micro SD card in it. I was hoping for maybe a 64 gig, but 32 would have been just swell, fine and dandy. Would have been wonderful. So that's in a big, huge box, a heavy box, and the computer was in there. And then he also got me a Logitech 920 HD Pro webcam. Oh my gosh, like wow. So I get to go on that and learn how to use it, which is going to be a little while. I'll be doing a lot better, and I want to do screen share, and it should give me the capability to do really good stuff and edit and whatnot. I'm hoping so. Anyway, yeah, somebody would show up that knew how to do all this stuff. I'd welcome you with open arms. I'd give you the best tent in the bundle. So, all right. Yeah, I guess one other thing I'm just going to end on is along the note of just taking action. There's a truck driver friend of mine who has possibly 3, maybe 4 days. And she said she would drive me up there and get Jersey. So I know this may not be uploaded tonight, tomorrow. It may happen, it may not. I'm not going to be upset if it doesn't, but it's a possibility. It is a window of opportunity. She has a window of opportunity, and if it opens up, I'm going to go through it. Told Jersey, I said, when I was in Denver, I said, I prayed for an angel driving a white semi. And what I got to get me out of Denver was a alcoholic Vietnam vet that had done 3 tours in Vietnam and Africa and all kinds of other insane things in life. The only thing he'd ever been good at in life is killing people, quote unquote. But you know what? When it came time to move from Kansas to Missouri, a white semi was brought to the door of the school, and I took an entire week loading that thing from stem to stern, nose to tail, floor to ceiling, professionally loaded, every square inch taken. Probably was overskilled by quite a bit. Fortunately, I didn't have to go through scales. I knew the time and whatever to miss him. And the angel was a Mormon. So don't badmouth them people. They've had my back for a lot of years, and I'm here to tell you that give me 100 Christians across the country, or 100 of these guys, Mormons here, and I'm sorry. I'll go with, what do you want to call it, the devil I know? I'll go with these people who've been good friends to my family, my son, my wife, my ex-wife now, and just my entire family for many years now. I know for a fact, if I just randomly had 100 Christians, quote-unquote Christians, from Christendom, quote-unquote, standing at my back, I'd have a lot of knives, arrows, and bullets in my back. So, anyway, just a little food for thought there, but just from personal experience. So, alrighty, well, that's it. I'm going to wind this down because I'm just been repeating things and rambling, but, it's just kind of from the heart. Read books about the future if you have time. If not, don't worry about it. But make some decisions, get something done, have a place to go, have a determined for sure place to go. Or, like I said before, if you're 1,000 miles from here, pick a place about a day's drive, a little town, and put a few things there. If you can afford to do that. I'm just saying. Halfway here, 3/4 of the way here. Have a relative or some place, or just go out in the woods and bury something. Make sure there ain't no drones around these days. You can't never be sure of that. Do some cash points. Have a place where you can stash something, and so if you end up on foot, you at least have some way to get there. I don't know. Just some thoughts. Ideally, move to where you want to be. Like I said before, somebody asked on a forum one time, if you had to move to your bug out location and stay there for the rest of your life, how would you feel about it? And I said, we are, and we love it. Never go anyplace else. Good place to raise a family. That's the thing people don't, they're trading comforts and the things of the world for nothing, really. I mean, you're living in the city because what? You can make good money and you can have all these comforts, but you're at risk from multiple criminals and multiple problems, many dangers, you know, and you're risking that. You're trading that for the risk of never being able to do anything real for your family. So do something real. Get to some place real that's not plastic. We were at my brother-in-law's one time in Denver, and I told my son, "What's that out in the backyard? It looks like a rock." I said, "Is it a rock?" "No." I said, "What's it made out of? Plastic?" I said, "Go lift it up." "Is it real?" "No." "It's hollow." "Oh, it's hollow. It's plastic. You know, it's empty. There's nothing under it except, oh, the sprinkler system," which is what? Nothing. Artificial. Not real. They don't have any water. They don't really have any water because they don't have their own well. If you don't have your own well, you don't have water. Period. End of story. So, which I'll end with this little story. One time we're sitting at the cabin. Oh my gosh. And Mr. I'll just say Frieder Loader, the guy that was with me for a couple months there, he says, I've been thinking about prepping for a lot of years now. And he says, if we don't have, if we need to get food that has water in it, canned goods, because if we don't have water, we're not going to be able to cook all that dehydrated food. And my friend John just looked him in the eye, from like a foot away, and just said, "If you're that stupid, you deserve to die." And basically, obviously, what he was saying was, you are stupid and you deserve to die. And the guy didn't have a clue. He did not understand. That's how dense he was. He didn't have a clue that John was telling him, you're for the road, or you're for the burn pile, or you're for the pre-dug hole in the ground, or whatever, you're for the hog farm. You're for the catfish under the dam, but the foot of the dam, but whatever, just you have to have water. You have to have a secure source of water. You have to have food. You have to have shelter. And reverse those, or at least put them in the correct order. You have to have shelter. You have to have water. And you have to have food. Food is not all that important at first. Like I said, get yourself a wheatgrass juicer. Juice the broadleaf plants as you come in. You'll be just fine. You will be just fine. Them 1,000, 1,500 pound cattle out there eat grass. Guess what? They eat grass. Okay? You can juice that same grass and be just as healthy as they are. So, anyway, that's about it. So that's just kind of some lessons there. And I know I've been kind of going back and forth, but oh well, so what? I'm tired. I'm worn out. Might have to make a run here, a desperate run to go get Jersey and get her here, and then it's going to be, I don't know, wild. Winter's coming on. Don't really know what I'm going to be doing, so it's going to be an adventure. So any help would be so much appreciated. We don't even have money for gas right now to make the trip, so I don't know. Kind of a step of faith. So, all right, that's it. I'm done. As Richie from Boston would say, like or subscribe, or don't. I'm out. Anyway, my sign off is, hey, I'm going to do my other one. My signature for many years. A good man draws a circle and brings within it his woman and children. Other men draw a larger circle and bring within it their brothers and sisters. But some men must draw a much, much larger circle and bring within it many, many more. Your father was one of those men. You must decide if you are as well. So that's my mission. And my circle is 100-mile radius. Basically, if you'd put a dot on Springfield, Missouri, and draw a 100-mile radius around it, that's my circle. That's what I've been working on. That's what I'm trying to develop into a safe haven. There are many, many, many people here. I keep in touch with as many as I can and work with them. So if you're coming from whatever direction, let me know. Try to find you a place. We're hoping to develop a soft landing spot, 300 to 500 acres, where you can get 3 acres of your own land and pay for it by working it off or paying in cash. This is Jerry Diamond. If you're listening to this, you are the remnant.